Okay, so let's look at this paragraph. Same like before, I'm gonna give you guys some time to read this paragraph. Okay, this one will be the questions. Feel free to pause the video anytime or go back to the paragraph. Work on your own pace. Okay, so these are two more questions. I will give you guys some time, then I will review the answer. Here we go. Did you guys get it right? Now let's go over some key vocabularies from the paragraph. 经济改革开放，经济 that's economy, 改革 that's reform. You see 改 is kind of change, modify. 革 is kind of revolution. So 改革 together is reform. 开放 is opening up. So this one is kind of back in the 1980s. So that's the Chinese policy 政策。20世纪 is a century. So it's the 20th century. 70年代 So 70年代 is 1970s. So 年代 it means era. 末 is the end. So we learned the word 周末 the weekend. So the same 末. So 20世纪 20th century 70年代末 So the end of 1970s. 实施 is execute or implement. So we say 实施 or take on 实施。促进 means promote something or encourage something. 促进。经济增长 So 经济 economy 增长 is grow or growth. 社会发展 So 社会 is society. 发展 is development. 社会发展 social development. Again, 改革开放 So that's the Chinese policy. Reform and opening up. 初期 So 初 it means beginning. So that's the opposite of 末. 末 it means the end. 初 it means the beginning. 期 is period of time. So 改革开放初期 So it's kind of early stages of reform and opening up. 计划 is a plan. 经济 is economy. So planned economy, we say 计划经济。市场经济 市场 is a market. So a lot of times we say like a supermarket or something. Farmer's market. Or marketing is the same in Chinese as all 市场. So 市场经济 market economy. 经济改革，改革 like we mentioned, reform. 措施 is measures. 所以经济改革措施 economic reform measures. 放宽 is kind of widen. So 放 is put, 宽 is wide. 对外 is a foreign. 贸易 is a trade. 限制 is limits, restrictions. 引入 is kind of bring in, attract. Y is a foreign, outside. 资 is shortened from 投资 investment. So 引入外资 attract foreign investment. 发展民营企业，发展 means develop. 民 is people. So that's why like we were saying RMB is called 人民币. So 民 is people. So there is people's money is RMB, Chinese currency. 营 means operate. So kind of operate by regular people. So it's private. 民营 means private. 企业 enterprises. So 发展民营企业 develop private enterprises. 发展民营企业。国际 means international. 竞争 is compete. 力 is a power, ability. So there is like a ability to compete. So is competitiveness. So 国际竞争力 is international competitiveness. Okay, 生活 is life. 水平 it can mean a level or standards. So 生活水平 that's living standards. 不公平 this one we mentioned before. So you see all these words a lot of times is like the vocabularies from AP is repetitive. So 平等 is equal. 不平等 is not equal. So it's equality. 不平等。环境 is environment. 问题 it means questions, issues, problems. So 环境问题 is environmental problems. Okay. 继续 is continue. 推进 is push. So there is a continue pushing. So 推进 here is advancement. So if you keep pushing something, you can say 继续推进. Okay, 相关 is related. 政策 is policy. So 相关政策 is relevant policies. This one same like 可持续 可 is be able to 持续 is continue. 发展 is development. So 可持续发展 is a sustainable development. Okay, so now let's go back to the paragraph. So if you guys have any questions, so here is all the translations as well. Later, if you guys want to kind of go back, feel free to check it out too. Okay, so now let's read this whole thing. 中国的 so China's 经济改革开放政策 is a policy. 经济 economy 改革 reform 开放 opening up So the China's policy of the economy reform and opening up 始于 we know this 始 is a start. So 始 from is a kind of the word like 开始于 is a from. So starts from 20世纪20世纪 is the 20th century. 70年代 so in the 70s. So it's kind of like more is end. So start from the end of the 1970s. 这一政策 so this policy 的实施 is implementation. So execution, implementation 实施大大的is kind of greatly 促进了是 promotes 中国经济的增长 so China's economy growth 和社会的发展 and social development. 改革开放初期 we mentioned like the beginning 那个 period of time. The beginning period of time of the reform and opening up. 中国 so China 从 so you see like that's the structure 从 something something from 计划经济 so 计划 we'll learn like a plan. A lot of times like a similar meaning of 计划 is that we can say 打算 right? But 计划经济 here means a planned economy. 转向 is turn 向 is into so 转向 so turn so it's turning into market so 市场经济 market economy so like China starts to turns from planned market like kind of like economy to market kind of like an economy 实施了 so they kind of like execute implemented 一系列 so a serial so a series so 系列 kind of serial series so it's kind of here multiple 经济改革措施 so take on so basically take on a lot of different kinds of economy reform like measures 如 is kind of a 像 like or 比如说 so it's kind of like 放宽对外贸易限制 is the limitations so it's kind of a 放宽 is a widen so it's kind of here is a widen the restrictions so kind of opening up get rid of the restrictions on 对外贸易 so the foreign trade 引入 is kind of bring in 外资 foreign investment 和 is and 发展 develop 民营 like we mentioned like operate by regular people so it's a private 企业 enterprise 等这些改革 so these reforms 不仅 so not only 提高了 or 提升了 increases 中国的国际竞争力 so the China's international kind of like competitiveness 还改善了改善 is improve better 人民的生活水平 so better or increase people's living standards 然而 so however 经济 so the economy 快速 is rapid or fast 增长 is growth 的同时 so the same time that the economy has grown very fast 也带来 so also brought 不平等 equality 和环境问题 also environmental issues 需要 so 需要 need 继续 continue 推进 is push 相关 like relative 政策 like policies 以实现 like in order to 实现 we mentioned before like achieve, realize 可持续发展 sustainable development.